Hauntcast.
Haunting Halloween and horror.
Hello and welcome. This is Dexter Morgan and I am reporting live from the showroom floor of the 2025 Hauntmare Expo in downtown Fresno, California. Now this is the second year of this event and it has grown leaps and bounds. Not only do we have local haunted houses, but we have haunted house vendors. We have horror themed vendors. We've got makeup artists. We have got celebrities from horror movies, including Douglas Tate from Annabelle Comes Home, Jack Links, Hellboy, Halloween Kills, the list goes on and on. We have Tom Matthews from The Return of the Living Dead, Jason Lives, Friday the 13th, Part 6. We have got John Kassir, the one and only voice from Tales from the Crypt. We have Christine Elise from Child's Play. We've got Mark Burnham, Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The list goes on and on. In just a minute here, we are going to interview the man who started all of this and ask him why and how it's going for him. And then we're going to talk with a few celebrities and ask him some fun questions, so stand by. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're standing here with the creator, the founder of the Hauntmare Expo. Again, this started last year in 2024. This is 2025. Dino, I've been through the show. I went through it last year. I went through it this year. The growth that you guys have experienced, it's huge. It's more than just noticeable. So my question to you is, why did you get into this? Why did you start this?
You know, I've been doing haunted houses for so long, and while doing haunted houses, many people have asked me about like Halloween horror cons around Fresno, and we don't have them here, you know. And finally, one time I flew out to Transworld, probably like 2 or 3 years ago, and the first thing that thought in my head is, I need to make a Halloween horror convention in Fresno, and guess what I did? You know, I hooked up with Luther. I told him my plan. Luther liked what he heard, and I got Luther in it because he's great with like the computers, and he's great. He was a Comic-Con person, so I wanted to bring in a Comic-Con and a horror experience together. So why not bring in somebody with some help on that situation?
Okay, and as far as, you know, how successful has it been for you? Again, last year was the first year. It was the fledgling year, if you will, and this year it's gone way bigger. So, you know, tell me about that.
Yes, well, last year it was the baby, as you said, and it was very successful. So we took what we earned last year and put it back into it this year, and we were like, well, let's make it bigger. I know we're competing with like the Vans Warped Tour and the Comic-Con and everything, but we wanted to make it a special event because we want to grow. We want to see people, hey, we're not going small, we're going big, and we want you to experience that, you know? So it's just a whole thing we want to bring here, and we want to make it bigger and bigger every year. We want people to experience something they've never experienced before.
And speaking of which, you guys had a concert last night with the band Trapped, is that correct?
Oh yeah, that was correct, and it was a great concert. I mean, they played for almost like 2 hours, and they even started playing some of the new album that they never played in front of anybody yet. So we got a sneak peek of their new songs.
Now that's incredible, because if you guys didn't catch that, not only is this a haunted house convention with haunts for pro haunters, they've got celebrities here from horror movies, they've got memorabilia from different horror movies in the horror genre, but they threw a concert, an actual concert with a big name band, and I don't know of any other conventions that do that, so it's something really special. So Dino, with that in mind, what are your plans moving forward?
You know, we're going to bring in another concert too next year. I've been talking to like many bands, and actually we were supposed to have a couple of bands before that, but they all signed in tours. But this year, next year, I already got a band already in mind, and it's going to blow everybody's mind out of the water. And we want to bring in a different experience for everybody. So by bringing the band, they can have these big bands at a cheap price, because we're not going like Ticketmaster and charging $50 to see a band. No, we try to keep it low for people to go, hey, okay, I can afford that, and show up to the concert and maybe go, hey, this wasn't so bad. I'm going to show up to the expo tomorrow. So when we allowed that, we were like, okay, you don't have to buy a ticket. You can buy a ticket for the concert if you don't want to go to the expo, but when they go to the concert, they're like, oh, no, we're going to go to the expo tomorrow. So we try to bring that. We try to give people an experience. It's like something new. I know the concert, nobody's really done like a big band concert before, and we wanted to be the first, and I'm hoping we were.
Well, I got to tell you, it's a really, really cool event. It's growing, which is awesome. I can't wait to see what you bring out next year. Before I let you go, because I know you are busy as can be, is there anything that you want people to know about this event, what it is that you're looking for?
Yes, first of all, join hauntmareexpo.com on Instagram, Facebook. Check us out and keep your eyes open, because we always advertise on those two pages, and everything we have, we put it on those so we can inform you. But next year it's just going to blow your mind again, and we're going to keep on pushing this until we can't anymore.
All right, Dino, thank you very much for your time, man. We appreciate you. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, pardon the music in the background because we are close to a speaker, but I am here with the one and only Junko Bailey. This is the lady who played The Grudge. Junko, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Tell me about this convention. How has it been for you? What's your experience been like?
It's been great. This is my first time to be in Fresno, and a lot of people here are so nice, and people come up to my table and how scared they were watching The Grudge, and I feel honored. I've done my job.
Well, I'll tell you, seeing you in the movie and seeing you in person are completely different. Yes. She's actually a very, very nice lady. She's pleasant. She's attractive. It's nothing like the movie, but that's the way it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
So tell me real quick, is there anything that when you did the movie, is there anything about it, any experience on the set that really stuck with you that you remember fondly?
Yes, so that's this special effect makeup that I have to do. I have to sit on the chair for 2 hours straight, and they apply the silicone-based makeup, which is very hard to remove. So that's hard. At the end of the shoot, you have to remove it, and it's really hard on my skin. So that was hard. And I also have to wear a human hair wig, which is a little creepy because the hair was so long, and I had to put that on. So that was the part that was a little bit creepy for me.
That's absolutely awesome. Well, Junko, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it, and I hope you have an amazing show.
Thank you very much.
All right, I am here with Bill Thornbury, the original Jody of Phantasm, and it's a little known fact that Jody actually lives right here is in Fresno, correct?
That's correct.
And Jody, how long have you been in Fresno?
Since December of 1987, we moved up from LA.
Nice. Okay. And other than Phantasm, do you have any other acting credits?
Yeah, some. I did played Garner's nephew in Rockford Files, and I did, Iron and Horse, which was an AF5 picture. I did Summer School Teachers, which was a Roger Corman film. I did a lot of stuff like an ABC Wide World of Entertainment special and Search for the Singing Cowboy, which was an interesting time. Sarah T. Portrait of a Teenage Alcoholic, starring Linda Blair. I accompanied her at a party scene where she was the teenage alcoholic, and I was the guy that was a musician that accompanied her, and said, "That was really far out, Sarah." And directed by Richard Donner, the famous director of Lethal Weapon and Superman and everything. So I've had a great time, early on in my career. Did a ton of commercials. Me and My Arrow, I was a singer, arranger of that 30th, 60-second television spot, and also for radio as well. Played guitar with Larry Carlton on that.
Nice.
So I've had a lot of really good experiences, yeah. And then I got up here, I thought, it was hard leaving, the industry and everything, but my son was born, he was little, and I thought I wanted a gentler lifestyle, something a little more consistent. So I went into teaching. I taught for 26 years. I taught young people how to play licks on saxophones and how to play guitar and sing and play trumpet and stuff like that. So that was probably the most meaningful years that I've had in my life was teaching young people music, quite honestly.
Extremely noble of you to give up the acting career to take care of your family. That's incredible.
I know, and the thing is, it doesn't go away because all this Phantasm stuff keeps coming back, and Don Coscarelli and Mike Baldwin and Reggie and Angus, we were all still very, very close. Angus is gone now, but yeah, we all hang out together, doing conventions a couple times a year maybe.
That's very cool. Well, let me ask you, is there any particular memory on the set of Phantasm that sticks with you to this day?
I think it was it was that picture in the corner with me and Angus. And, you know, we've been having some memorable times shooting it, and we knew we were onto something good. But on that scene, I don't know if you ever saw the movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's where Jody, at the beginning of the movie, he's walking through the mausoleum and he's going to Tommy's funeral. And I'm walking through it, and you kind of see something behind the corner run by, and so it's starting to get kind of creepy. And the character stops, and all of a sudden, hands come down on my shoulders, and it says, "The funeral's about to begin, sir." And it was at that time that I got absolutely freaked when I turned around and saw Angus there. I've been working with him already for a while, but there was something about that moment where it shocked me, stunned me a little bit. I'm not sure what we had done to prepare for that. I don't think we did anything, and I think it was just kind of a spontaneous sort of reaction. You know, I remember, backing away. I turned to him and I said, "Thank you," or whatever.
So the reaction in the movie was fairly genuine.
It was very genuine, and then I ended up saying, "Thank you," or "Okay, sir."
That is awesome. Well, Bill, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you. It's great to finally meet you, and I hope you have an amazing show, sir. All right, I am sitting here with the one and only Eddie Deason. Eddie, how are you today, sir?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you?
I am wonderful. Now, if you don't know Eddie, you have not been watching any movies, because the man, of course, my favorite was his appearance in War Games, but he was on Grease, he was on Critters. Yeah, you've got an extensive movie career. Eddie, tell me, out of all of the movies you've done, which one is the one that you enjoyed the most?
I would say, Grease would be up there because it was my first movie. It was exciting. John Travolta was such a nice guy, and we all loved each other. It was like going to a great party every day, for like a month and a half. So much fun. And I love Polar Express because Tom Hanks is my favorite star, and he was so not disappointing. He was everything I expected of him. He was a great guy. And I love 1941 because John Belushi I had a special love for. And, of course, Steven Spielberg, that's as good as it gets. So those were fun. All three were fun.
So this show, this is the second year that this has happened.
Right.
And it has grown. You weren't here last year, but it has grown leaps and bounds.
Right.
So how has your experience been at this show so far?
Oh, wonderful. The people in Fresno are so nice. They're so wonderful. It's been a joy meeting them, talking to them, hearing their stories, letting them talk about what my movies meant to them. It means so much to me. They're wonderful, special people. I loved it.
One last question for you,
Sure.
sir, and I appreciate your time.
Uh-huh.
Out of all of the films that you've done, is there any one particular moment, something that happened on a set that just kind of stuck with you and you just remember to this day as just being, something outrageous or memorable or anything?
This was one of my most beautiful moments off the top of my head. Do you remember the show Captain Kangaroo?
Of course.
When I was a kid, Captain Kangaroo, I was like 6 years old. I go to kindergarten every day. I would watch Captain Kangaroo. So I was on the set of Polar Express. I'm in makeup one day, and we hear the news Captain Kangaroo died. Bob Keeshan, the guy who played Captain Kangaroo, died. So I was real sad and gloomy. Tom Hanks comes in the makeup room. "Eddie, did you hear the news about Captain Kangaroo?" And I said, "Yeah." We both compared how we loved Captain Kangaroo as a kid. We told stories and all, and I was real sad, and Tom said how much he loved him as a kid. So anyway, I'm done my makeup. I go out. It was a bright, sunny day. I walk out to my dressing room. I'm kind of feeling sad Captain Kangaroo died. I hear footsteps coming behind me. I look around, I'm looking up at a bright sun. It's Tom Hanks there. Tom Hanks and I are in our scuba suits, our Polar Express scuba suits. We have all these dots glued to our face. It's motion capture. So I'm looking up at the sun, I see Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks starts singing me the Tom Terrific song. Do you remember that song? It was on Captain Kangaroo. "I'm Tom Terrific, and this is my dog, Mighty Dog." It was a stupid, childish song. But Tom Hanks sang me the whole song, word for word, verse for verse, lyric for lyric, the whole song. I'm sitting there looking at him, I almost cried, So he finishes singing the song. I couldn't believe the guy did this for me to make me happy. I almost cried. I looked up at him. He just stood there. I said what was in my heart. I go, "You know what?" I go, "You're a great guy. You're a great guy." And he just walked off. He never said a word. He just walked away. And that was a special Tom Hanks moment. That's the kind of guy he is. He's a very special, unique guy.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, Eddie, we thank you so much for your time.
Sure.
We thank you for coming to this event in Fresno, and we hope we see you again.
It's been my pleasure, and it's a pleasure to meet you. You're a very nice guy.
Well, thank you. I've got a rare opportunity here to have a very short interview with Mr. John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt. John, how are you today?
Hello, kitties. I'm having a really great time here.
So, what do you think of the show?
Well, the people here are awesome, first of all. I'm having an amazing time. I want to thank everybody for coming out this weekend. And also, I've been learning a lot about the folklore, about the haunted areas of Fresno. I think there might be something in that, like the horror movie in itself called Fresno.
Well, if you live here, you kind of know it's pretty much a living horror movie.
Yeah.
John, you're amazing. Thank you very much, sir. Have a great day. I hope you feel better.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, here we go. I am sitting here with Tom Matthews, the man himself, Return of the Living Dead. Of course, you've been in other things, sir, but Return of the Living Dead is a classic. We love it. What have you been up to lately? What have you been doing?
I've just been doing the horror convention circuit. It's the 40-year anniversary of Return of the Living Dead this year. Unbelievable, time flies, and got something that's set up. Going to be shooting a film in September called Big Muddy, M-U-D-D-Y. It's kind of like a Bigfoot premise.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we have got a couple of questions here from our founder of Hauntcast. His name's Chris Baker, really nice guy, and he is a huge fan of Return of the Living Dead. So you have to understand that Chris is not necessarily your normal guy. He has quite a sense of humor. So these questions may be a little off the norm, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So, first of all, did you eat Tina's brain?
I did not.
Okay, there we go. That's on the record, folks. He did not. How much did you make per hour at UNITA?
It was $12.50 an hour.
$12.50 an hour back then? Yeah, it was good. That's all right. Did you and Suicide jockey for leadership of the punk crew?
Absolutely not.
Did not. Perfect. Okay. Is there anything about this movie that just stands out to you? Any experiences on set? Anything like that you just remember that it's a fond memory?
The whole movie was my favorite filming experience of all the movies I've done. We had the fortune of rehearsing for 2 weeks before we even started shooting principal photography, so that kind of made everyone mesh and become friends and things like that. And then my favorite scene probably in the movie is the half corpse where she's talking about, why do you eat people? And they say, not people, brains. It stops the pain of dying. I thought that was very insightful and kind of mind-blowing for us to know about that.
Okay, and my one question for you, sir, before I let you go, what was in the bags that made them move before you put them inside the crematorium?
They were animated robotic toys, like the monkey that claps the cymbals.
Awesome. Well, there it is, folks. You hear it from Tom Matthews himself. Thank you very much, sir, and have a great day.
Thanks for having me.
Please like, subscribe, comment, give us a 5-star review, share with friends, and buy us a beer if you see us out in the wild. Follow us on Instagram at hauntcast.podcast for show updates, as well as more pictures and video content. Also, like and follow our Hauntcast Facebook page. Listen to the entire back catalog of our audio podcasts, available on all podcast platforms, with over 550 segments now available. Until next time, stay scary.
Go ahead and run. Run home and cry to mama.